Good morning, dear friends. Let us welcome the new day together. This new day is an opportunity for a new beginning. Many people have a hard time, a real hard time, beginning anew. They still hold on to grudges, to mental battles. They're still clinging to those negative thoughts and feelings they don't let go. Today, Cornelio Pires, in our firm conversation, as the book says, in a poetic way, he talks to us about how to avoid arguments at a time in which arguments are all that many people do. So friends, let us see what he has to say to us and pray together. He says, and this is a free translation, our notes from the beyond regarding arguments, dear Teresa, is about what you ask in your letter to us. There is the good fight, the one that comes from the idea to do the good, to progress towards peace. Some of us have a plan for life around us, and there's always somebody presenting a better plan than ours. People talk about it, different ideas, momentary disagreements, discontent companions, but then the storm goes away. The team that was convulsing remembers that their goal to be together is the good, and then conflict goes away. They reaffirm themselves in charity, tolerance shows up, humility lights up a light, and prayer is the fuel for the group. They begin anew in a climate of love, in the peace that they give in, to which they give in. Arguments go away, and work is all they have at hand. This productive struggle, where the good remains, constructing and restoring without harming anyone. However, the disagreement in personal whims is always the invasion of darkness, bringing the force of evil. We will repeat. However, the disagreement in the personal whim is always the invasion of darkness, bringing the force of evil. Regarding the topic, we ourselves, as we see time goes by, we have bitter stories archived in the memory. Matilde had an argument with Nelia. It was a very rumorous struggle between both. And then 3 deaths ended up without a reason amongst those in their farms. Little Joseph fought with Lopez in a dispute for petty things. Later, they made peace, but somebody else died. Remember the old demands of the farm? There was a gunshot here, a gunshot there, and the daughter of Juka died. Amongst the family, Mrs. Irene got mad. She threw fire in her house without a reason. After a lot of struggles in the home at the farm, Serafina, the man lost his house with a match and gas. The good struggles in good works are things to be noticed, and those are things that we need to note. In the Spiritist Center charity, after some struggles and arguments brought in by Conceição, the name of the woman, after so much work, everything in the center ended up closing. In the circle of goodness, in that Spiritist Center, several ladies were there, but they allowed themselves to go through arguments, and that circle ended as well. Our brother Nico started a group with the sub-theme, Peace that never delays. But he argued with so many people that the group also dissolved. In another study group, in another location, the arguments were so constant that they brought in a lot of obsessors. Our brother Nicholas, used to argue all the time, and after 6 years of prayer, he became the person who was fighting the most against everyone. And that's what it is, my dear sister. Wherever you are, take good actions, speak little, and do the best you can. We will repeat, take good actions as much as possible, and speak little, and do the best you can. Everything else in our daily life, stay tuned to the good, because working on arguments does not help anyone. This is a free translation. Everything he writes rhymes in Portuguese. We don't have capacity yet on our end to do this work, but the beauty of the message is the content. It's so important. André Luiz, in the book, In the Domains of Mediumship, talks about mental battles that happens in millions of homes. It's when we keep arguing with people inside of our head. We go to work and we keep thinking of the people and dialoguing with them as if we are in this mental battle. Let go. That duel. We nowadays no longer get a gun and do a duel, but we do the mental duel. So today you and I are being asked to let go of our need to be right, of our need to impose ourselves, our need to argue. It's a need of the ego. Our need is to do the good and speak little, even in our thoughts. To think of the good, visualize the good, as Emmanuel says in the book Thought and Life. So you and I now join forces, friends. Let us visualize as if we are holding hands around the world, because Cardiac Radio is connected around the world. We're here connected. Feel yourself, no matter if you're listening to this or viewing on demand. Visualize yourself holding hands with us, holding our planet Earth, and praying. Dear Mother, Father God, we are deeply, deeply grateful for this so current recommendation through Cornelio, Pires and Chico, Xavier. We are very appreciative because we feel ourselves like kids who need guidance constantly, and we rejoice in the school of life. May the lesson today inspire us to boost our spiritual intelligence, our emotional intelligence, as we guide our lives to new beginnings. Always. God, we don't want to wait for a new reincarnation to start anew. We understand you give us that opportunity daily, actually all the time. And we celebrate the power of renewal, as today we learn to avoid arguments, especially in our feelings and in our thoughts. We want to stop those inner dialogues through mental battles with other people and visualize you, dear God, blessing us in our relationships, because we know that everyone whom we know is a blessing in our lives. Thank you so much. And may this day be a day in which we feel your presence closer than ever. Thank you, dear God. Thank you, dear Jesus. Thank you, Mother Mary. Dear Spirit protectors, and so be it. Yes, dear friends, it is always good to learn something new, isn't it? Yes, it is. And today you and I have this beautiful proposal from Cornelio Pires. Let us take good action as much as possible. Talk little and cleanse the heart, letting go of battles. We won't progress if we're still clashing mentally with our words. No. Let go and let God. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, John the Rosa, eternal friend. Thank you, Narciso. Thank you, Giancarlo from Philadelphia. Thank you, Nora. Thank you, Maid. Here we have friends from all over the US, and it's wonderful to be connected. Let us bless the day with our love. Thank you, friends. See you tomorrow in another morning prayer.